and a CNBC contributor. Tom, it's weird. We are sitting very near all-time highs, and yet it does feel like there is some nervousness in the market at this point. A lot of this is coming from hotter than expected inflation numbers, stronger than expected jobs reports, and manufacturing numbers, the ISM, that was better than anticipated too. That's got people wondering if the Fed is actually going to be able to cut rates this week. Are you unnerved by any of this?
I think this coming Wednesday, Becky, will really answer a lot of questions because I think you've summed up well. Investors have been grappling with this idea that can the Fed be in a position to, reduce real rates if we've got good economic growth? Because what does that mean for inflation? And this coming Wednesday is March CPI. I think it's going to be the first clean CPI report of this year. It won't have any residual seasonality. We're expecting that to be a pretty good report, lower than expected inflation. And I think it's going to help investors get to this place where we can have pretty good growth in the economy. There's some slack in the labor markets, but inflation's falling fast enough for the Fed to actually cut rates this year. And of course, that'd be great for stocks.
I know you'd been telling people kind of buy on the dip, not that there's been much of a dip if you're just talking about a pullback of a few percent. Does it matter if the Fed cuts rates or not? If the economy is really strong anyway, will earnings be able to justify the valuations at this point?
I think the Fed being supportive of the economy, so managing the business cycle, is the most important thing. In the last 2 years, the Fed was fighting inflation and therefore hawkish. That was tough for equities. But if we're in a mode where the Fed doesn't know how many cuts it needs to make, but it actually wants to support the business cycle, that's good for stocks. So I don't think you need to have 3 rate cuts. You could even have a good scenario where the Fed only cuts once. But if the Fed's in a position where they feel they need to actually raise interest rates, that'd be bad for stocks.
Hey, Tom, hold on just a moment. We've got some breaking news. We'd actually like to get your reaction, so if you don't mind listening in.
We just have some news literally crossing this moment, which is that Jamie Dimon's JP Morgan is publishing his annual letter to shareholders. And we want to bring you some of the news that's in this letter, a highly watched letter annually. Dimon writes the following. He says that despite the, quote, unsettling landscape, war in the Middle East and Ukraine, growing geopolitical tensions in China, and polarized electorate here in the U.S., that the U.S. economy, he thinks, continues to be resilient with consumers still spending. He says the market seems to be pricing in a 70 to 80% chance of a soft landing, but Dimon thinks the odds are, quote, a lot lower. He cites persistent inflationary pressures, including what he says are, quote, ongoing fiscal spending, remilitarization of the world, restructuring of global trade, and capital needs of the new green economy. Another major theme in the letter is artificial intelligence. Dimon writing that the consequences will be extraordinary. He says JP Morgan Chase has grown its AI organization, quote, materially, with more than 2,000 machine learning experts or data scientists now on the payroll. Dimon also issuing a warning, quote, we may be entering one of the most treacherous geopolitical eras since World War II. He said he's also concerned about the large deficit supported by quantitative easing. I will say on the World War II piece, he says when terrible events happen, we tend to overstate or overestimate the effects that they will have on the global economy. Recent events, however, may very well be creating risks that could eclipse anything since World War II. We should not take them lightly.
So guys, that's the news that I'm going to finish the next video. So Tesla is killing it right now, while market's going down. So guys, Tesla is going to be one of the best stock right now that you can invest from right now in next 2 weeks. So today until 20th or 23, when they're going to have earnings. So that's when even the earnings, guys, is predicting like Tesla is going to hit even $350 after earnings, because we know about the reporting. So that's the can make Tesla to go to moon. So guys, I don't have much to say today. I'm going to show you more video later. So by now, I will not go to play anything. Thank you, and see you later. Bye.